O si o negot, kalele chigedo kohi, Wade Blevins Dabodon, hia, jalagina kine. RSU TV, we got a new go. Kohig, Jos Kohi Soneli, Nejalagia de Lo Costigale. So welcome. I'm glad to be here. My name is Wade Blevins, and this is Cherokee 4 here on RSU TV. Today, I think, is our 39th Cherokee lesson. So, of course, as you know, we're looking at our second little comic from the Blondie and Dagwood series, which was done back in 1975. So we're kind of making our way through it. Hopefully, this is starting to kind of make sense to you. And if it's not, that's perfectly fine. Just listen to it as many times as you need to, and eventually things just kind of start to fall into place. So I don't quite remember where we left off, so we'll just get started, and hopefully it'll kind of jog my memory as we get there. So hopefully I don't leave any parts of it out. So come. Okay, so here we got Ustichila from 1975. Ustichila, of course, is Blondie. I'm going to read through it. Ustichila hi unekaha junawosti. Okay. Yan dohiyu jilaska daganisi nesiwo ayada sku nowu jilaska. Atachewe hiyegi kanoskisk aneltiska nitayuyasti ikayatid kalohisti kategi jistu isa hi kalohisti dedeha sola tanai Honda dis gesti, Hanada dis gesti. Aguadan istinasi. Aguadana istinasi. Aguadana istinasi. Hanta dis gesti. Hanta dis gesti. That's what I would say. Okay. Tla yaguanta yidachetla yaguadanta yagina le hale. Dohiyu yo dagiste a. Okay, I think we're kind of about here. If we're not, then we should be. All right. So let's go back through and just quickly go through and see if we remember. Okay. So the title is Ustijilahi unegaha junawosti. So it's Blondie wearing a blanket. Okay, and then of course Dagwood says Yan, Dohi Yu Jilanska, Dagani Sine Siwu. So I'm really sleepy. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna go to bed. Okay. Dohi Yu Jilanska. I'm really sleepy. Daganisi ne siwo. I'm just gonna bed. I'm just gonna go to bed. Okay? And then Blondie, she says, Aya dansku. No wu jilanska. Me too. Now I'm sleepy. Okay? Adajewi hiyegi. Okay? Dagwood, wake up. Hiyegi, wake up. Ganoshkisk, a thief. Aneltiska is trying. Nidayuyasti, to get in. A good deed, the front. Galohis, door. Gatugi, I heard it. Okay, Jistu Isa. When I open the door, when I open it, galohisti, this door. When I open this door, dehasola tanai, dehasola tana. Raise your hands up, or put them up. Hantadiskesti. Remember, you remember it. Hantadiskesti. Remember. Aguadan istinasi. Aguadan isinasi. I'm ready to do it. Okay. Tla yaguanta. I don't know. Itajetla. If it's better. Yagwadanta. That I feel. Or if I'm mad. Okay, so I don't know if I feel better or if I'm mad. Okay. Then he says, Dohiyu yon, Dohiyu yon, Dagiste. So my feet are really freezing. Dohiyu yon is for real, right? Dagiste. My feet are freezing. Okay. So then if you want to ask this word Dagiste is a really cool. It means my feet are cold. Dagiste. I asked a lot of speakers, if they could break that word down, and they were like, nope. They're like, it just means my feet are cold, and it doesn't mean anything else. Dagiste is my feet are cold, So it's just one of those crazy words, right? So as you know, feet are is Julastain. So maybe that stay part is the feet. If something is freezing, is like I'm freezing, walk. So I don't, uhyrdla is another word for cold. So I don't know where the cold part comes in. But that's what it means. Daki stay means my feet are cold. If you're going to ask somebody, are your feet cold? De just dance, or de just dance. Okay. And then do stay, his feet are cold. Do ni stay, their feet are cold. So you can conjugate it like any other verb, of course, but yeah, it means my feet are cold. So that's just a really, really cool word that kind of needs to be preserved. To my knowledge, it's not in any dictionary or anything like that, but every speaker I asked knew it, and they're like, yeah, it means my feet are cold, so it's just like one of those crazy things, so then says na anagaliski aganowistiski huinegi. Okay, so we did this part too. Na anagalishki, the electric, aganowidisk, something to warm. So the word warm, uganowa, right? Aganowidisk, the warmer, the one that warms, huinegi. So go get it. And so, of course, we learned that word huinegi to talk about go get something that is flexible, right? And we talked about huinegi, huiya. We went through all of that, I think, in Cherokee 3, maybe. Might have been Cherokee 2, I don't remember. Could have been Cherokee 2. Probably it was. So you can refer back to that lesson if you... so, huinagi. Okay. Here in this version, instead of ne, they say no. Okay. Dialect thing. But huinagi, huinegi. See if you hear it. It sounds very similar, right? Okay. So, this one here. We will... I'll give you just a few seconds to, and if we did it before, then it should be very easy for you. And if we didn't, then it'll be new information. So I'll give you a few seconds to see if you can read through it yourself. And if you know what it says, okay, how much of it you can translate. And like I said, if we did this before, then it should be fairly easy for you to do that. Okay, so I think this is fairly new. This is new. So let's go ahead and read through it together slowly. So, uli heli ston, jini ga, go husti. Anagaliski, Anigistanahuski. Okay, Angistanahuski. Anigistanahuski. Egohid, Gesa. Yadulahagu, Yadulahagu, Kilawu, Iyagu, we got doti, jige soe. Okay. So ulehe listo, it's thankful. Ulehe list, it's happy. It's and the o, of course, is a progressive thing. It's an ongoing thing. You might know the word ulehe list or ulehe listi, happy. Right, so it's ongoingly happy, right? That we have gohust things, anagaliski, electric, anigistanahuski, they anigistanahuski, they use it. Igohid gesa, igohid is like a length of time. Gesa was. Yadula hawu, want them, if we want them, if we just want them. Kilagu iyagu, whenever. We got doti. We can go use it. Jige son. It will continually be that way, okay? So it doesn't really make a lot of sense if we translate it word for word, but it's kind of saying like it's a good thing that we have these things that use electricity, because anytime we want them, anytime they're needed, we can use them. Okay, so is kind of what it's saying. It's kind of talking about how convenient they are, right? So let's read through it again a couple more times. Uli he listo, jiniga gohusti anagaliski, anigis tanahuski, igohid gesa, yadula hagwu, kilawu iyagu, wigagatoti, dge soi. Uli he listo, jiniga gohusti anagaliski, anigistanahuski, igohid gesa, yadula hagu, kalawu iyagu, wigagatoti, dge soi. Okay? So let's do the next one. I'll give you just a couple seconds to read through it and see how much of this one you can get on your own. Okay. So let's read through it and let's see how much we can go. So this is Claudin Osta Yiki. Okay. Claudin Osta Yiki. Oh. So that's Dagwood saying that. Claudin Osta Yiki. It's no good. Claudin. Okay. You can say in everyday speech, you just say Klaoshik, Klaoshik. It's no good. And then the da, of course, is kind of putting some emphasis in it. Claudin Ostieki. Okay, Claudin Ostiek. Okay, it's no good. And then Blondie, she says, oh, Dohiyuta, really? Go hoost something? Nigalstiska, something happened. Our kefsa, I forgot gesa was. So she says, oh, something, she said, oh, really, something happened that I forgot about. I forgot that something happened to it. Okay. So again, all good vocabulary that you can use on a regular basis. Let's read through it again. Okay. Claudin Osterjiki. Okay. Claudin Osterjik. Or you can say Claudin Osterjik. Okay. A lot of different ways you can chop that up. They all still make sense. Just depends on where you come from. So I've even heard people leave the yik or yiki. I've heard people leave it off. So now that, and that's pretty, I guess, slang, I guess. And there are certain common phrases where they just leave the yigi off of there sometimes. But anyway, so like I said, you can cut that a lot of different ways. Claudin osta yigi, Claudin osta yik, Claudin ostyik, Claudin osyiki. All of them work. And then, oh, dohiyuta go hoost, jigalstiska, our kevsa, gesa. Dohiyuta go hoost, jigalstiska, something that happened, our kevsa, gesa. Okay, so really something that happened, I forgot it was. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'll give you again a few seconds to see how much of it you can do yourself. Oops, I messed up. I'll fix it. Oh, there it is. There. All right, so let me let's see. Let's let it come back, hopefully. All right. There it is. Okay. Now, maybe that makes more sense. All right. Okay, so ho wa wu, ho wa wu. He a wu dun, he a wu dun. A se, amma, udi tleki, atli stot. Giali ska stoti. Okay. Nigalstiha. Okay, so Hawawu, that's okay. That's all right. Hawawu. That's just fine. Hawawu. Okay. He would this just this here. Say must. Ama uditlegi at least water uditlek hot at least a container for liquid at least. So in this case we would translate amu ditlek at least would be a hot water bottle. Okay, so uditlek at least is a hot water container. Okay. Giali ska stoti. Okay, giali. I'll gialiska. I'm gonna to fill it. Okay, gialistoti. To fill it again. Nigalsti, huh? It happens. So, he's saying that's just fine. Okay, I'll just fill. He's basically saying I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna use this again. Okay, this hot water container. Okay. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen that I'll just go back and use this. So he's trying to put a positive spin on it, right? He's saying, okay, that's just fine, no problem. I'm not going to freak out. I'm just going to go fill up this hot water bottle, is what he's saying. So let's read through that a few times again. So Hawawu, he awudan se amauditlek atlistot gialiska stoti nigasti, huh? Okay, Hawawu, he awudan se uditlek atlistot gialiska stoti nigalsti, huh? Okay, so this means to do something again. Okay, So whenever you see the in front like that, it means to do it again. Okay. So he's saying he'll just go back to doing that. He'll do that again. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one. Again, I'm going to give you just a little bit of time to read through it yourself. Okay. All right. So let's read through this. He a guda, he a wuda. Okay, we had that word before. Eliwu, ni da a da nele, ni da a da nele. Di kan ski. Yinu yo iye, yinu yo iye. Jinu ste. Juni he. Ani gayel. Untana doti. So, okay, so this one, again, it's, when you translate all the individual words, it doesn't, so, hi abuta, just this, eliwo, can, nida adanele. So this can just this should nida adanele. This should do it, right? This should be able to do it. This here should be able to do it. Is what this saying. He abuta eliwu nida adanele. So just this here, eliwu can, should be able to do it. Okay. So, di kan ski yinu yon iye. Di kan ski. It's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. Yinu ste. What they used. Juni he. That they had. Ani gayel. ancestors, the ancestors, un tana toti, for them to use, that they used. So it's saying, you know, what our ancestors had to use really wasn't all that bad. It really wasn't that bad. Is kind of what they're saying there. So he awuta eliwo nida adanele de ka ski yinu yoiye jinuste junihe anika yer untana doti. Let's read through it again. Hi awuta eliwu nida adanele de ka ski yinu yoiye jinuste junihe aniga yer untana doti. Okay, let's go back through and let's take the time that we have left and let's really go back through this whole story up to this point. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I will okay. Back us up, just making sure I'm in the right spot here. Okay, so some really good vocabulary in through this. So I'm going to read through the whole thing a couple of times, and then we're going to pick out individual words and talk about how we can use them in everyday conversations and that kind of thing. So you can either read along with me if you want to practice. There are a couple of ways you can do this. If you want to practice your reading skills, then you can read along with me. If not, if you want to practice on your listening skills, then you can just listen and kind of try to picture in your mind what's going on. Don't necessarily try. My advice, especially with Cherokee, my advice to you is in your mind, don't get in the habit of trying to translate every word in your head. Just try to let the words kind of build a picture in your mind of what's going on. You'll find, I think, that I know if you're like me and you have experience in other languages, I'm like this in Spanish. I understand the words, and if it's something written down and I can look at it, I can translate all of it. But when somebody's speaking to me I think it's maybe because of the way I learned Spanish, I'm trying to translate every single word in my head. And so by the time I get that word translated, they've said 3 or 4 more words that I've missed because my brain is working on that word back there, you know. So my advice to you is don't try and just translate every single word in your head. Just let the words kind of come in your head and create a picture. And I find this to be particularly true with Cherokee. You know, whenever I go somewhere and people are speaking Cherokee, I don't try to translate every word. I just try to get the overall picture of what's going on. Except when my daughter is there and she asks me to translate it for her, and then it makes it really hard because then I have to listen, get the idea and put it into English and then tell her, and then usually I've missed, whatever the next sentence is about. So the people that can do that truly have a gift. But anyway, so you can do this a couple of different ways. You can do this as a listening exercise or as a reading exercise. U stichi lahi u nega ha ju nawosti. Yan dohi yu jilaska dagani sine siwa. Ayertansku no jilaski. Jilaska, sorry. Tajewi hiegi. Kanoskis aneltiska nidayuyasti ikaitit kalohisti katagi. Jistu isa hi akalohisti dehasola tanai. Hantadiskesti awadana istinasi. Awadana istinasi. Tla yagwanta yitajetla yawadanta yaginala hale. Dohiyu yo dagistea. Na anagaliski aganowidiski winagi. Uli heliston jiniga gohusti anagaliski anigistanahski igohid gesa yadula hawu kilawu iyawu wikakato tijgesoi. Tlata osta yiki. Oh, dohiyuta gohusti jigalstiska awakevsa gesa. Hawawu hi awuda se ama auditlegi atlistoti gialiska stoti nigalstiha. Hi awuda eliwu nida adanele. Dekaanski yinu yo iye jinuste. Junihe anigayali untanadoti. It's the same one. So I've got it there twice. Okay. So, ustichilahi unegaha junawosti. Okay. To wear a blanket, right? Junawosti. Dohiyu jilaska. You can say jilaska, you can say jilaski, you can say jilask. Means I'm sleepy. Okay? It means I'm sleepy. Okay? Dohiyu. You can also say doyu jilask. I'm really sleepy. So that one, if I were you, I would add that to my vocabulary if you haven't already. It just means I'm really sleepy. If you're going to ask somebody, are they sleepy? I use that with my daughter quite a bit. I say, Hilanskas, Hilanskas. Okay, are you sleepy? Okay, Hilanskas. Chilansky, Chilanska. Okay. Daganisi nes, Daganisi nes. I'm gonna go to bed. Okay. Daganisi wes, Daganisi nes. I'm fixing to go to bed. Okay. Okay. Daganisi nesi wo. I'm just getting ready to go to bed. Okay. Then we talked about ayadasku. No wo chilanska. Ayadasku can stand alone as itself. It means me too. Ayadasku. Some people even say ayasku. And that's still me too. Okay. Adatewi, Dagwood, Hiege, wake up. Okay. Ganoskisk, a thief. Aneltiska, they're trying. They're trying to come in. A great deed in the front, a great deed in front. Okay. Here it says igayadidla, igayadidla. Galohisti, door. Okay. Gatugi, I hear it. Okay. Gistuisa, I opened it. Hiagalohist, this door. De hasolatana, raise them up, put them up. Hantadishkesti, remember. Okay. So you can use that one. Hantadishkest, remember it. Okay. Awadana istinasi. I'm going to be ready for you. Okay. Tlayaguanta, I don't know. Yitajetla, if it's better. Yawadanta, I feel better. Yagina lehale, or if I'm mad. Dohiyu dagista, remember that is my feet are cold. So hui nagi, go get it. Anagaliski, something made out of something that uses electricity, right? So that's just about all the time that we have, but we will go through this all again the next time, and then we'll get farther. So hopefully you found a lot of really, really good stuff. There's some great, great words in here, and I know I've really enjoyed making my way through it, and sometimes I have to have speakers explain it to me, but when they do, it makes complete sense, and hopefully that's kind of where you are. You know, they're kind of ringing bells, and they're kind of tickling the edges of your brain, but maybe they're not quite there yet. But anyway, from all of us here at RSU TV and Cherokee Nation, I just want to say, Wadon, Jadok Sos Des, Don Dago Ha'i.